This is the Cursing Stone of Carlisle, England, or rather, was the Cursing Stone. It's a massive granite boulder, inscribed with a 16th century curse, a furious denunciation of border raiders who plagued the region centuries ago. But this isn't just a historical artifact. It's said to be cursed, blamed for floods, disease, economic hardship, and even the relegation of a local football team. This is its strange and controversial story. Carlisle, a city in Cumbria, England, sits near the border with Scotland. For centuries, this border region was a turbulent place, a battleground between warring kingdoms and a haven for Reivers, raiders who plundered and pillaged on both sides of the divide. These Reivers, they were a rough bunch. Think cattle rustling, feuds, violence, all that good stuff. They were such a menace that there was even talk of repairing Hadrian's Wall to help keep order. In 1525, the Archbishop of Glasgow, Gavin Dunbar, had had enough. He unleashed a curse, a blistering 1,069-word denunciation of the Reivers, condemning them to hellfire and damnation. It was a curse so epic, so comprehensive, that it covered pretty much every aspect of their lives, from their heads to their toes, from their waking hours to their sleeping ones. He even cursed all their body parts, inside and out. Now, fast forward to 2001. The city of Carlisle commissioned artist Gordon Young to create Pjatart, a public artwork to commemorate the millennium. Young, inspired by the history of the border region, decided to incorporate a portion of Archbishop Dunbar's curse into his design. He chose a massive, rounded granite boulder, weighing 14 tons, and on its surface he inscribed 383 words of the curse, a fragment of Dunbar's furious tirade. The artwork, titled Cursing Stone and River Pavement, was installed in a pedestrian tunnel, a seemingly innocuous piece of public art. And then, things started to go wrong. Shortly after the stone's installation, a series of misfortunes befell Carlisle. A devastating outbreak of foot and mouth disease ravaged local livestock. Factories closed, jobs were lost. The River Eden flooded, submerging thousands of homes. And perhaps most damningly, in the eyes of some, the local football team, Carlisle United, was relegated to a lower division. The people of Carlisle, understandably, began to look for something, anything, to blame. And their gaze fell upon the Cursing Stone. The logic, or perhaps the illogic, was simple. A curse had been inscribed on a stone, and bad things had happened. Therefore, the stone was cursed, and the curse was responsible for the city's woes. The controversy grew. Local politicians called for the stone's removal or destruction. There were accusations of Satanism, of dark forces being unleashed. The story made national headlines. The Cursing Stone became a symbol of misfortune, a lightning rod for fear and frustration. The city council, caught in the crossfire, considered their options. Removing the stone would be expensive and complicated. Destroying it might appease some, but it would also be seen as giving in to superstition. In the end, they opted for a compromise. They installed a plaque next to the stone, inscribed with a Bible verse, Philippians 4:8-9, hoping to counteract the curse. And things seemed to calm down. The floods receded, the economy recovered, and Carlisle United, well, they remained in the lower division. But at least the city wasn't facing any further biblical scale plagues. But the story of the Cursing Stone doesn't end there. Because in a twist of fate that seems almost too perfect, the stone itself has been repeatedly damaged. Not by vandals, not by protesters, but by vehicles. On 3 separate occasions, the Cursing Stone has been struck by vehicles, each time requiring repair or replacement. In the latest incident, a car crashed directly into it. Coincidence? Perhaps. Or maybe, just maybe, the curse, though aimed at 16th century raiders, still packs a punch, lashing out at anything that comes too close. A reminder of the enduring power of words, the lingering fear of the unknown, and the way that even a modern city, a place of science and reason, can be swayed by the whispers of a centuries-old curse.